This is my computer, a MacBook Pro from 2018 that has been my loyal companion for 6 years. During the last period though, it started showing its age, struggling to keep up with the projects I was working on and sometimes even show some bugs that I wasn't really able to describe. So after saving some money, watched a bunch of tutorials and navigate through many online reviews, I decided to dive headfirst into building my very first PC. And yeah, I ordered all the components online and took on the challenge of assembling it by myself at home. Hi, I'm Jiovi and here is how I built my first personal computer. Let's starting off with a quick tour of the components I've picked for my new PC. First up, we have the CPU, an AMD Ryzen 5 7600, a solid choice for both work and play. Next, we have the motherboard, a Gigabyte B650 Gaming XAX-V2, which I've learned is basically the backbone of the whole operation. For storage, I went big with a 2TB SSD from Western Digital, an upgrade so massive that it makes my old 128GB MacBook drive feel like a floppy disk. I'm Chuck, a little Mac, you know I will always love you. For the RAM, I went with two 60GB sticks from Power Silicon, giving me a grand total of 32GB. And then there is the star of the show, the graphics card, the Nvidia 4070 Super, which cost about as much as the rest of the PC combined. To power it all, I've got a Sharkoon VPN Plus Gold Zero, and wrapping everything together is the clean NZXT Flow 5 in the white version, because you know, white cases are cool. All of this came to a total of 1,200 euros, which at this time is about the same in dollars. And yeah, now that you've met the team, let's start putting this thing together. The first step is to prepare the workspace and unbox the motherboard. Once this is ready, the first thing we need to do is installing the CPU. It's a bit like solving a puzzle, except the stakes feel higher, because you know, tiny fragile pins. What you need to do to place it correctly is to firstly open the socket shield and line up the little triangle on one of the corners of the CPU with the matching triangle on the motherboard socket. Take a deep breath, align it carefully and gently place it down. Easy, right? Well, it's not finished. The next part is closing again the shield and pushing down the lever to lock it in place. Feels like you're defusing a bomb, but hey, no explosion here, at least not yet. Once the CPU is in place, we add on top of it the cooler. This is crucial because the CPU gets hot, like could fry an egg hot, when it's working hard. So, to ensure this won't happen, after placing it, we just screw the CPU cooler in an X pattern to spread the thermal paste correctly, and we're golden. Don't forget to plug in the fan cable, otherwise your CPU might decide to retire early. Next up, the RAM. These little sticks are like your PC short-term memory, storing data that gets deleted once it's no longer needed. Installing them is pretty straightforward and honestly kind of satisfying. I've got two 60GB sticks, and since my motherboard has 4 slots, I will use the second and 4 ones to take advantage of the dual channel speed. In order to do that, just open the clips, line up the notch and press down firmly until you hear a satisfying click. And there you go, RAM installed. Moving on, we have the storage. This is where all my games, programs and most importantly the operating system will live. I've gone with a 2TB SSD, which feels almost excessive after surviving on a measly 128GB before. To install it, I unscrewed the shield plate on the motherboard, took off the screw included in the package and slot the SSD in place. A few screws later and voila! Also storage is now ready. After mounting all the principal components on the motherboard, it's time to put all together inside the case. This step is kind of like moving furniture into a new house. You've got to get everything aligned just right. I carefully place the motherboard onto the standoffs in the case and secure it with screws. Once it's all fastened down, I give it a gentle wiggle to make sure all was stable. And I think it's all good. Our PC is getting shape and not gonna lie, right now it looks pretty sick. Next, we got the power supply. This little box is the heart of the operation, distributing energy to all the components connected to it. I slide it into the bottom of the case, making sure the power button faces outward, and secure it with the included screws in the package. Then I connected all the necessary cables for the motherboard and also for the CPU. It's like plugging in a Christmas tree, but way more exciting and expensive. Now, for the piece de resistance, the graphics card. This beauty is responsible for rendering everything you see on your screen, and it's also the most expensive component in the build. To install it, we need first to remove the cover plates on the case to make space for the GPU. Then I open the slot clip on the motherboard and carefully slide the GPU into place. It requires a firm push, which is nerve-wracking when you're holding something so pricey. But once it's clicked in, it's all worth it. And with that, my PC officially is its crown jewel. Nice. Finally, after connecting all the cables for the graphics card, let's mount all the additional fans needed to get the right airflow to keep cool our PC temperatures. In this case, I bought a kit with 3 fans from Thermalright, and in order to apply a good airflow, I decided to set 3 fans that put air in and 2 fans that put air out. So, including the fans that were already placed inside the case, we now have a total of 5 fans. After plugging all the fans together and connect them with the motherboard, let's unwrap the PC glass cover in both the parts, and with that we finally finish building our first PC. Now, the only thing we need to do before see if all works or not is to plug the PC into the electricity and turn on the power supply. And now it's happening, guys, the moment that we all were waiting for, the PC test. 3, 2, 1... Let's go! It's working! I can't believe that. I actually thought something would have gone wrong, but no guys. I'm here to confess that building a PC isn't actually hard at all. And in the end, it makes you really satisfying, seeing your computer being alive after all your effort put in save money, learn and assembling all the things together. And I'm the proof. Just watch how much I was excited about that. But work's not finished. In order to use it as a real computer that gets input and return outputs, I need to connect mouse and keyboard, plug a monitor to the graphics card, install all the drivers needed for my components, and finally, but not less important, install the operative system. And all of that was way harder than what I expected. But however, after a few days trying to get everything right, the PC goes really well, and I already tested in some games, such as Fortnite, Minecraft, Sea of Thieves, GTA, BMG Drive, and other cool games that I've been playing recently. I also tried to using Unity and Unreal Engine, and they both run great, so I'm very happy about that. It's been a really cool experience, and probably I discovered an hidden passion for computers. If you want to see all the components I use for this build, you will find them in the description under this video. And if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and a comment below with your consideration, or if you want, you can also write tips and tricks to help me improve my build. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I know I've been off for a long time, but I will return back on track with new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next time. Bye!